All right. Well, hello everyone. Thank you for watching. Just give me a minute or two here and we are going to let some people know that we are currently live. I hope that you all had a wonderful and exciting Thanksgiving holiday. Mine was one of the best I've ever had. So I just hope that you all are going to enjoy the rest of your holidays just as nicely. I'm really excited about being on here and talking about this particular topic today. So I'm going to give it another minute or two and allow some people to come on in. Yeah, we're going to give some people time to come in here. If you are out there watching, go ahead and put in the comments or in the chat rather where you are viewing from. I like to know how far away people are or how close people are. For some reason, the tech doesn't want to cooperate with me right now. But we will be going live here in just a moment. Well, let's get started. Gentlemen, have you been admiring some beautiful young woman, but because she's from another culture, you just happen to have all of these crazy ideas running around in your head, and those ideas are telling you that you can't be her man? Well, April the Loveologist is here to help you with that little dilemma. So stick around because I'm going to tell you at least 3 things that you can do to tame those thoughts in your head that are telling you you cannot be her man. So allow me to formally introduce myself. I'm April, the Loveologist. I'm a certified matchmaker, certified love coach, and the president and CEO at Authentic Love, where interracial relationships are our top priority. And before we get deep into this and get started really, really good, go ahead and take a moment to subscribe if you're on YouTube, follow if you're on LinkedIn and Facebook, and then message at least 3 single gentlemen and tell them the Loveologist is on and she's got something hot to help you with your dilemma. So today our topic is deal-breaking mistakes that men make in interracial relationships. So be sure that you stay until the end because instead of 3, I'm actually going to give you a bonus point, which will make you have 4 points that are going to help you in these interracial dating streets, as they say. The first thing that men do that keeps them out of an interracial relationship is they hide in the friend zone or they just simply stay looking from afar and just simply not making a move. So we're going to break this down into two different parts. First off, we're going to talk about what I mean when I say you are hiding in the friend zone. You know, a lot of you guys have friends who are ladies that are from another culture, and you're very good friends. You've been friends for years. You even talk about any and everything. You like to hang out. You like to go to the same types of places to have fun. You like to eat the same types of foods. You've even checked out each other's cultures. And you found some things that you like in each other's culture. You've even sat down and had some awesome good friend conversations where you even talk to each other about some dates that you've gone on with other people. Now, those are real good friends when you can talk to them about your dates and you can get advice on your dates. So remember, the most successful relationships are those that actually start out as friendships. So this is how you handle this situation. Go ahead, make that move, because the thing is, you have already got her undivided attention. You already know that she likes you, and you're already good friends, and you already know that you all like the similar things. So if you're interested in her romantically, go ahead and make that move. I know people where they have been friends for years, 4, 5, 6 more years than that. And finally, the guy just said, I'm going to make my move. And he just says to the young lady, let's go out on a date. And she's like, huh? Because it actually wakes us up. Some of us are not even aware that somebody from another culture would be interested in us romantically. So make that move. You're already good friends. You're already going in the same direction. And here's a little tidbit that you may not realize, that a lot of times we just can't recognize when you're interested in us romantically. So go ahead, make that move. Don't let her get away, especially if you know she's the one. And I know some of you might be concerned that because this is your friend, it may become awkward. But here's the deal. If you're two mature people and you really like each other and you're really good friends, good friends, it won't be awkward unless you make it awkward. So go ahead, make that move. Just say, let's go out on a date. And when she looks at you weird, just say, a real date. So she understands exactly what you mean. But staying in the friend zone too long, she can definitely get away from you. And you don't want her to be the one that got away, do you? So, for those of you who are having a little challenge in getting that interracial relationship off the ground, I'm going to put this link in the chat. It is 7 steps to kickstart your interracial relationship, or shall I say, level it up anyway. So I'm going to put this over here in the notes. Well, I need my tech to cooperate right now. Again, like I said, if you've just popped in, go ahead and put in the comments where you might be viewing from. And if you're having a challenge getting that interracial dating relationship going, I have put in the comments 7 steps to kickstart your interracial dating experience. And I'm sorry that I'm looking up, but my tech is not cooperating right at the moment. There we go. All right. Let's move on to part two of this one. Because remember, what I said was you are hiding out in the friend zone, or you're just looking from afar and not even making a move. So let's talk about this looking from afar. A lot of you guys, you stand over to the side or far away and you're just looking at the young lady. You know you're in love with her and you're just staring, or you're trying not to be noticed. But you're over there checking her out because I understand you are really wanting to know, is she really open to an interracial relationship? But my question to you is, does it really take 1, 2, or 3 years for you to decide or determine whether this woman you're interested in, that you're checking out all the time, is open to an interracial relationship? I don't believe it takes that long. Because, when you're standing there on the side and you're just looking and checking her out, you are simply wasting good time that you could actually be enjoying each other. So, again, are you going to allow her to be the one that got away? So, this is a couple of suggestions on how you can handle this if you're one of those guys who just feels like you just have to stand back and watch. One thing you can do is you can get yourself a wing woman or a wing man and inquire, or have them to inquire, about her, to find out if she's actually open to interracial relationship. And what another thing you can do is just be your strong, fine, manly self and go ahead and shoot your shot. Go ahead and approach the lady and ask her out on a date. And remember, it doesn't have to be a full-fledged date, because you've been watching me for a while and you know that I always suggest that you go on a coffee date or a dessert date, or maybe just a walk in the park date. Something that's not going to take hours if you're just wanting to just check it out. So, again, as I was saying, this first mistake that you guys are making that is keeping you out of the interracial dating is you're either hiding in the friend zone, scared to come out, or you're just looking from afar and doing a lot of staring. And remember, my solution for both of those is just simply shoot your shot and go for it. Number two, you really would like to be dating a lady from another culture or even from another country, but you're not prepared. And let me explain to you what I mean when I say you're not prepared. You see, before getting deep into an attachment with a person from another country, or just really getting involved in this relationship, you need to do your due diligence. And when I say do your due diligence, have you done things such as gotten a full understanding of some of the things that happen if you're doing online dating and the person is a scammer? Have you checked this out? Have you thought about these things? Have you thought about, is this a person who just simply wants a green card, or maybe just simply would like to have your funds, or maybe it's somebody who wants to connect with somebody and have a baby so that they can have continual financial support? But this is what I mean when I'm saying, have you done your due diligence? Are you aware of these types of things that could be happening? And do you know how to handle them or how to shut them down? Another thing about when you want to date somebody from another country, are you financially prepared? I know some of you all are what they call them, shot callers and ballers. But anyway, are you financially prepared? You know, Have you thought about the fact that when the person comes here, they would be totally dependent upon you? And when I say totally dependent on you, I'm not just talking about financially, because I noticed a couple where the young lady came here to the United States. And when she got here, she was very surprised by some of the food because she couldn't eat the food, and she kind of got sick on her first day of being here. So, again, are you prepared for someone to be totally dependent on you? And even when it comes to being financially prepared for this, are you prepared for the cost of the travel? Have you investigated what type of visa the person's going to need? Do you know the cost of the visa? Do you know how much time it's going to take for the visa? Because sometimes these visas can take months or even years. And what about the housing for this person? Because what I am thinking in my head is that with you being a gentleman, you're going to invite the lady to come here, or you're going to go there. But either way, there are these same similar costs involved. So are you prepared? Have you even thought about these things? And when it comes to the housing, if she's coming here to the United States and maybe she doesn't want to stay in your home, that's another part of the expense and the things that you want to think about, because you want her to be comfortable. I do know of a couple where the young lady came here to the United States, and for some reason, after they got married, they ended up living in a room in somebody's house. Is this what you would like to have? I'm just asking you, have you really prepared and thought about having an interracial or an intercultural relationship where the person is coming from another country? Because there is quite a bit involved in it. So, how would I suggest that you handle this? First of all, I'm going to suggest that you learn the secrets of online dating and long distance dating. And so that you can actually recognize what can be real and what cannot be real, what can be a scam. I actually have a course where I talk about this. And another thing, too, is before you really dive deep into a relationship with someone from another country, make sure that you have your finances prepared so that you can have as smooth a transition as you need it to be, and that everybody's comfortable. Because, like I said, these things that I'm sharing with you today are some things that can keep you from being in an interracial relationship. And I want you to have a lovely, wonderful interracial or intercultural relationship. So I'm going to take a break right here and grab me some water and check for some questions over there in the comments, because I glanced over a little while ago and I already saw at least one question in there. So let's see here what's happening over here in the comments and questions. Well, hello there. It's great to see you over here. Is it okay to first place yourself in the friend zone? This way it can be felt out if it is or isn't a move forward situation. I believe that's a good idea, to be in the friend zone, or even if you put yourself in the friend zone at first. Because, like I said, friends, I'm sorry, hold on here. My tech again is not cooperating. Okay, so back to the question. Is it okay to first place yourself in the friend zone? This way it can be felt out if it is or isn't a move forward situation. Yes, it's okay for you to first put yourself in the friend zone. That's probably a very good idea. But what I'm saying is staying and hiding in the friend zone, especially for like months and years. Because being in the friend zone, you get to know each other, you get to see what you like, what you don't like, and you get to go out and do things together, and you're already seeing how this person acts when you go out to, let's say, dinner or the movie or to a concert or whatever. You already see how this person acts, and get to know them very well. And you, in your conversations, you'll learn what kind of things that they like or that they approve of or don't approve of, or how they feel about certain things. But my thing is, you don't have to live in there for a very, very long time like some guys do. So I think that was a very, very good question. So I want to also ask you all a question. Are you a single woman? And when you hang out with your friends who are dating, do you ask them, does he have a brother? And if you're a single man and you are hanging out with your friends who are dating, do you ask them, does she have a cousin? And the reason I'm asking you this is because I know a lot of people are wanting to meet someone. They're really wanting to have someone in their life. So what we've done is we have put together a holiday mixer, a virtual holiday mixer, because we know that some singles want to just hang out with other single people. And we also know that some singles tend to avoid going home for the holidays because they know that they're going to get asked those questions. Oh, well, where's your date? When are you going to give us some grandchildren? You didn't bring anybody with you? So what we've done is we have organized a mixer, a virtual holiday mixer. And at this mixer, we're going to have games. We're going to have prizes. And the main attraction will be breakout sessions where you can spend a few minutes one-on-one getting to know people and deciding if you would like to spend more time with that person or possibly even go out on a date. So, like I was saying, if you're the one who's always saying, does she have a cousin or does he have a brother? Then you want to be sure that you put mixer in the comments over there. Or if you want to be private, you can actually go to my Instagram or my Facebook and type in mixer, and I can get you the information with all the details about how we are going to be introducing you to some people and allowing you to just have a wonderful time with us. I'm excited about it. Let me just tell you, I'm just excited about it. No, there's not a fee for this mixer. We are just wanting to provide some people with some fun and excitement as well. So, do you have any other good questions over there that we need to answer? Let me take another sip of water here. Okay, I'm going to move on to another point here. My third point is this. Guys, do you compare yourself to men that are in another person's culture and assume that you are not good enough? Do you compare yourself to the men in other cultures and then assume that you are not good enough? And what I mean by that is this. I know that some men, they think that because they may have a smaller build, that they're too small, or they may think that they are too short because men in their culture are typically short. They may feel like that they are not as charismatic or not as romantic because men in some cultures are considered to be extra romantic. You don't need to do all of that, because a lot of times the things that you are comparing yourself to or you're wondering about, they're not even things that the ladies are concerned about. And they also may not be things that the lady would like. And that may be why she's open to dating outside her culture. I'm just bringing in the truth and the facts. Think about this. In the Big Bang Theory, Penny dated a lot of guys and they had a lot of personalities and attributes and all this kind of stuff. But it was Leonard, Mr. Very smart, nerdy Leonard, that she really, really wanted and that she really spent her time with and really, truly desired. So you don't have to look at other guys in these cultures and assume that you don't measure up. You just simply need to be you and go ahead and go for it. I'm going to take a moment here and look again and see if there's other questions over here. Okay, I see this one says, is there a fee to attend the mixer? No, there's not. And is there a dress code? Yes, there's a dress code. We would really like for you to be dressed, let's say business casual. We're not looking for t-shirts, yeah, and no shirts. But yes, we do want you to look nice as if you were wanting to go out on a date. It does not have to be after 5, but we want you to look nice and put your best foot forward. Okay. This says, as a man, we don't compare ourselves. That's more of a female thing. Okay. I see what you're saying there. But I've also come across some Asian guys who seem to feel like because they have a smaller build, that they just don't think that women from other cultures would like them. And I've seen some Hispanic guys, because a lot of them are a bit on this. I don't want to. They're like not 6 foot. Let me say it like that. Um, they feel that they just don't qualify, and that's some of the reasons why I'm saying what I'm saying. But there's a lot of guys who don't do comparing. Okay. All right. Now, here is my fourth and bonus point here. Assuming she is a certain stereotype that is usually thought of in her culture. Let me see if I can say that a different way. Assuming that the young lady is a particular stereotype that is often referred to in her culture. Well, for this one, I'm going to kind of use myself as an example, because women in my culture are usually looked at with certain stereotypes, and I am certainly not that. You probably are not going to find me out in public having a loud argument with anybody. I'm kind of low key, and a lot of women are low key. A lot of women in my culture are very classy, very confident, and we act quite nice when we're out in public. So you can't assume that most women in a particular culture act the same way, because we don't. And we have several different cultures. I mean, several different, I just lost my word. We have different personalities, and we you let our personalities out, and we are simply not like the majority, or we may not be like what you assume us to be. We may be exactly what it is that you might be looking for. So you can't just assume that we're all the same. I think we have another question over here. Techniques that I suggest. Well, one technique is just to simply go up to the lady and ask her out just like you would ask a lady out in your culture. Sometimes you may have to just be patient and listen. You can also um, give the lady your business card or give her your number on something and ask her to give you a call because you'd like to take her out. But yeah, there are different things that you would do normally that you can still do, even if this is an interracial relationship that you're wanting to have. Give me a minute. Let me think here. I'll probably come up with something else here. You can also get a nice little card and approach the lady and just give her the little card and say, and inside of it, you can let her know that you would like to take her out. That would be something nice and sweet. Some gentlemen ask ladies out by giving them a rose, but you want to be careful with that as well. Um, Sometimes, she could possibly be allergic, but there are some different techniques that you can do, that you can approach. And also, like I put up in the comments earlier, and I'm going to put it in here again, I'm going to put this 7 steps to kickstart your interracial dating experience in the chat, because there are some other things in this that I did not list that can help you get started. And again, I'm going to remind you that we are working on this holiday mixer. We're excited about it right now. We just simply need you to attend. And you're welcome to invite your friends as well. So be sure that you put mixer in the comments here, or you can go to my Instagram and DM me, or in my Facebook and put it in my messenger, so that I can get you all the details about this holiday mixer, because we would like you to be with your forever partner by this time next year, for sure. Well, I'm looking over here to see if you have some other questions that we need to answer. And while you're thinking about maybe some other questions, I'm going to go back and review. What we talked about first was, we talked about one of the mistakes was hiding in the friend zone just too long, or just simply standing on the outside looking in and just simply not making an approach. The next one we talked about was, oops, my tech is messing up again. The next thing we talked about was being aware of different types of things that could be happening, scams or whatever, especially if you're doing some online dating or some long distance dating. And the third one we talked about was comparing or looking at guys in other cultures and thinking that you're not measuring up. And then the last one we talked about was assuming that she's a particular stereotype, like many other women in her culture, rather than giving her the opportunity to show you that she's probably quite different and might even be exactly what you are looking for. Well, if you don't have any additional questions for today, I want to thank you for stopping by. I also want to thank you for sharing this out to your single friends. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in the comments I'm looking forward to seeing you in the comments where you're sharing the word mixer, so that I can get you all the details about the mixer. All right. Well, again, I'm April, the Loveologist. I'm a certified matchmaker, certified love coach, and the president and CEO at Authentic Love, where interracial relationships are our number one priority. So I'll see you next week. And hey, watch for some of my posts on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube so that you can join in all of our dating fun. Bye bye now.